time for the main events.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. So I've been spending most of my day just looking at other YouTubers and their videos for 2K26. I've been trying to find one of the body morphing in particular, and I found one YouTuber by the name of Miss T. I'm sure you're very well of her, and she was the only one that had the cojones to show off the body morphing. Now, because I was really curious what the extent was. Like, would it be limited? Would they let you go completely crazy with both the male and female body? It looks like it's that way. So we're going to look at a small little clip here. Make sure you go check out the whole video for Miss T. Let's check out the extent of the body morphing and then discuss. I can't even talk. All right, so this is a clip from Miss T. You can see her name right here. So make sure you go check out the full video. I'll have a link in the description down below, like I said earlier. But I really wanted to show this off. I'll mute this real quick because it really shows the extent of the body morphing. Body type, body customization. So you start off with a preset like we've been doing for years. And this really sucked before because you'd have to pick one of these and that was it. You couldn't do anything to it. You increase the height of your character or the, tall or short, but that was it. And it had these multiple sections where it was small, medium, large, and then extra large. And they did that for both the male and female bodies. So it's been very difficult to get that perfect look. So I'm super happy that they have so many options and you can literally Frankenstein your character together, much like I said early on when they first showed this. When I first saw that image, my brain went right to it. And I asked, is it sliders or is it selecting? And of course, it was selecting. So let's keep watching here. Again, Miss T, send me a message if it's not okay to use this small clip. It's just a small clip. I'll push them to your channel. So right here, we have the full, let's back up a little bit. So body type, body parts. This is a whole new section. And look at what's available right away as she clicks it. Okay, so neck, upper arms, lower arms, chest, stomach, as pretty much the same as the male one. That's the first image we saw. And then she goes right to where all the guys and ladies are wondering. Yes, you can mix and match both the chest, the legs, whatever, the hips. There's an image going around of the big, huge booty on the dude. And they unlocked achievement right away for using it. I think it's hilarious. But for those of you who are wondering if they were going to nerf it in any way, it looks like that's not the case. So that'll be really good for content for people who make wrestlers, and if you want to get that perfect look of a wrestler from the past, or if you're trying to make comic book wrestlers, or whatever you're trying to make, it looks like it's pretty open. And there's an image going around of some dude made a wrestler, and the butt's huge, and the legs are skinny, and everything else is skinny, so it's like freakishly, it looks ridiculous, and it's hilarious. So anyway, so there you have it. There is the body morphing. It looks like there's a lot of selections here. Now, the one thing I want to check before we move on to the next thing for the video, because we do have the file size for the game also, because the preload is available over on Xbox. And we'll get to that here in a second too. That'll be the last part of the video. But it looks like it's all the same body selection types. This one might be new for the females anyway. I'm wondering how many spots or how many selections there are once you get to right here. I mean, the way this is set up for the future, they can go in here every single year, and let's go to the next section like I was showing you. They can go in here every single year and add in a bunch of new ones. I don't know if it'd be easier for them to add a slider, but like I said in an earlier video, this makes it so that all the costume parts will fit no matter what. Because these are all pre-made, right? And it gives you a selection so you can Frankenstein it together. This is how they made it work. And I think this is a genius way to do it because if you use a slider, you have that thing to where the clothes have to scale to whatever the player slides it to. Having it this way, it'll make it to where it'll fit no matter what because they're all pre-made. And when they make the clothing or attire or whatever, it'll morph to that body type because it's already there. So I think that's why they did it this way. And it's actually pretty genius. So who knows? By 2K30, we might have huge list of types to use, although they have a pretty good selection here, so they might not have to do anything. Who knows? They might not add anything next year. They might just make it, I mean, imagine if they added a slider next year. I just don't see them doing that. This system works for them because, like I said, it makes it so all the attire pieces fit by default. And this will be great for both the male and female wrestler styles or body types, because then you won't have arms clipping through stuff, the chest clipping through stuff, the booty clipping through stuff, the calves. There are some clothing items that, I think it was 2K24, where if you gave them the shorts and you picked a certain body type, your legs weren't there. Like, if you looked up the shorts for the male wrestler, he had no legs. It was just like, it's like Rayman from the video game Rayman, where he has no actual arms or legs. It was kind of like that. It was really weird. So hopefully by doing this, it prevents that kind of stuff from happening. So once again, shout outs to Miss T. She has a great video showing off all this stuff. Thank you, Miss T, for showing this. And there is that trophy for using the body blend. They even have a trophy for making you want to try it out. Man, my main two wrestlers, I'm going to be in here probably for a week trying to get them to look perfect, because I haven't had body morphing since 2K14. And man, I am so happy to have this back, because now a lot of my wrestlers, because I make 50, 60 wrestlers, sometimes 80. I've been saying that since day one on this channel. And a lot of them, once you start getting to the 20s, a lot of the ladies and a lot of the dudes all have the same body type. They're either giants, a little normal looking, like, normal body type, super jacked, or a cruiserweight. And it's the same thing for the ladies. There was only really 4 different builds I would use for all of them. Now you can truly go nuts, truly customize your characters, and get that perfect look. So I am super happy. This is my favorite new feature this year. This and the hair stuff, because you can really blend the hair. There's a video on that too. I don't know if I want to talk about that or not, because it's been shown to death, but this was something I really wanted to talk about, because to me, this is huge. This is absolutely huge. And then not just because of the, but it's just huge because you can do so much with it. The character creation stuff online, the community creations, are going to be probably the best they've ever been, despite not having access to PC mods and stuff like that. But imagine mods with this. If we had mods mixed in with the body morphing, oh, this game would crash so much, because any little new thing that's not part of the game's code would probably break the whole thing. So that's probably why PC is blocked off. I am going to buy the PC version so I can do stuff with Mr. Dubs, but I don't know if the PC version is going to run that great, because it's going to have a lot of PC mods and stuff on there. So I might just use that one for mods and then actually play it on the PlayStation, because I've been playing these games on PlayStation since day one. All right, on to the next part of the news. All right, so this news just broke about the preload on Xbox. Now, I just picked a random article that I saw. There's tons of places that reported this, but shout outs to Day One. They're the one I went to, so go check them out. They have it right here. It says the pre-install is ready for the Xbox Series, and it says it's 138.85 gigabytes. Typically, since I play mostly on PlayStation, when I bought these games on both consoles a couple of years ago, because I was working with a bunch of different people, the file size was always bigger or biggest on the Xbox, and it didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I'm curious if the PlayStation 5 version will be under 100 gigabytes, or like maybe 120, because there was like a 10 or 20 different gigabyte file size difference across the systems. This is gonna suck for Switch owners, because they have to use a separate little memory card that costs a fortune in order to have any freaking space on there whatsoever. That's why I haven't been buying a lot of digital games on the thing. And that's why having physical games on the cartridge is so important, because 100 gigabyte game will take up almost all of your space on that thing. I did get a 1 terabyte micro SD, whatever the heck they're called now. There's a different one, special ones for the Switch too. I did get one of those, and it's almost half full just from the digital games I've had on the original Switch. So yeah, they're gonna have to like figure that out, because if you play one game and that's it, you're good to go. But if you play multiple games, or you want to install a bunch of different stuff on your Switch too, you're gonna have to have multiple memory cards, and then the cost is gonna skyrocket, because those things are very expensive. I think I got it on sale, the 1 terabyte. I want to say it was like $250. And that's crazy That's a lot of money for a memory card. I think it was normally like $300 or $400. And I was like, man. So on the Nintendo Switch 2, this is going to be a huge issue if you don't have space. But I just want to make you guys aware of this because now you know how much space you need to clear out just in case. Now we don't have the file size on the Switch 2. It might be smaller because it won't have all the extra assets for like the Super 4K, the HDR, and all that kind of stuff as like the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 version might actually be the biggest now that I think about it because it does have PlayStation 5 Pro support. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted it on that system the most. I have it pre-ordered on the PlayStation. I'm probably going to pick it up for Steam so I can do stuff with dubs and other creators. Plus I really want to try out mods once they get going, but yeah. So there you have it. There's the news for today. What do you make of the body morphing situation? I am very happy with how it functions. I was a little worried it was going to be super limited, but nah. They gave us all the tools, and it's going to be very interesting to see what people come up with community creations, because, yeah, the sky's the limit. So thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty.